Now.
On 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app.
O'Connor and Company.
It is 7:07 now on O'Connor and Company this Thursday morning as we continue to see the events in UCLA. It's now 4:06 in the morning there, and police have made it through the first level of barricades and plywood. They're now ripping up these easy ups, that you use either at a swap meet or when you're tailgating. Those are all over this place too, and they're just methodically charging in, doing their business, shooting tear gas, and treating these pro-Hamas jerks exactly how they deserve to be treated. Coming up at 7:35, Maryland Republican Chairwoman Nicole Harris, 8:05, Katie McFarland, 8:35, Tom Bevan, Real Clear Politics. That's Mercedes Schlepp grooving out to her Miami sound machine.
Yeah, to Gloria Stefan.
My new nickname for you is
what?
Miami Sound Machine.
Is that really it?
Here she is, the Miami Sound Machine.
SMS? I mean, what is it? MSM, Miami Sound Machine.
I don't like that in my food. It actually gives me headaches, that MSM. Joining us right now is Rachel Ehrenfeld, author of The Soros Agenda. She's also founder and president of the American Center for Democracy and the Economic Warfare Institute. Rachel, thanks so much for joining us in the morning here. I hope you're well.
Thanks, and good morning.
Your mayor of New York yesterday pointed out in his press conference, and he was quite forceful and frankly showed a lot of maturity and leadership in saying, listen, over half of these people at Columbia and these other protests at NYU, they're not even students, they're outside agitators. And he said this is being financed by a network, maybe even involving international coordination. And a lot of people are looking at organizations funded by, you guessed it, George Soros. So can you maybe help connect the dots here a little bit for us and fill in the blanks?
Well, it took him a while in order to connect the dots. This has been going on for more than 2 weeks, and actually it started on October 8th, right after Hamas butchered, murdered, burned Israelis in Israel, the border with Gaza.
Yeah.
The demonstrations have been here. I live in the middle of the city. Demonstrations all over the place, all the time. It took a while. And I'm glad that finally the police, Colombia, allowed them to take the people out of the campus. But
can you help us understand how the Soros-funded organizations are behind that, and really what George Soros? Why does he do this? What is, first of all, let's lay out the foundation. Are these Soros-funded foundations who are paying for all of this?
Not only Soros-funded foundations. We know the Rockefeller Brothers Fund and other organizations that have been funded by Soros for decades. Soros has Soros organization, which is ironically called Open Society Foundations, have been training, if you want, agitators all over the world. They have been part also of the training. They have been training also the Muslim Brotherhood thugs before some of them for social media, before the Arab Spring started. And we know how successful that was, and how nonviolent that was. He has been involved in color revolutions everywhere, and even received honorary, all kinds of honors from presidents that were elected because of him after revolutions. He's been doing it for a while, and training has been supplied by the Soros Foundations, paid for directly and indirectly. They often give money, and have been doing it for decades, to one organization, and then that organization in turn gives money to other organizations, and they claim they don't know where the money goes for. They also give money to the Taj Foundation and the Tides Foundation based in San Francisco dispersed the money to special projects, but you don't know to that special projects are partners like the Rockefeller Brothers Fund or the Carnegie Foundation or whichever, and they have a pool of money, and they distribute the money to organizations they like.
So Mercedes, these are special projects, they call them. What we're seeing now.
I was gonna ask. Let me ask you a question on George Soros. What is his ultimate goal? What is his ultimate goal? Is it the destabilization of capitalist systems? Is it the destabilization of republics across the globe? Is it the inserting Marxism and making that truly the governing, the ideology all across the globe? When you dissect George Soros, what is his ultimate goal?
Dissecting George Soros, yeah. In the Soros Agenda, a book that I've written about his plans to change the United States first and foremost. He declared it early on when he came in 1990, when he started here in 1993. He was here before. He started his organization in 1993. He said his goal was to change America. And he has done it. I mean, he should be tickled pink. He was so successful. So see what's looking, how the streets look in New York, Los Angeles, any big city now with any university, and also the ruckus that is happening now, pro-Hamas. He started giving money, his organizations, and which are now run by his son Alex, have been giving money to organizations with instructions of what to put on the signs that they carry, talking points, and even to how to be active in high schools, not only in universities. This has been going on from really October 8th.
Yeah.
So, and millions of dollars have been put towards this. He has been supporting Hamas, Palestinian, anti-Israeli, and other Palestinian, PLFP, the PIJ, other Palestinian terrorist organizations designated as such by the United States. He's been giving money directly and indirectly for decades.
Yeah.
I have a whole chapter about it in the book. It is truly outrageous that nothing has been done before in order to try and go after the money. And with this administration, I doubt anything will happen.
Well, no, because all of the protests that you've just detailed over the course of the last couple of decades have all helped to serve the political agenda of this administration and of the Obama administration. This is community organizing on steroids, and Soros has been the banker for all of these, not just here in America, but internationally. You detail it all in several chapters of your book, The Soros Agenda. It's a must-read. She's written the book on George Soros, everybody. His name is thrown around there all the time, but Rachel Ehrenfeld has done the research and has written the book. You should check it out. It's called The Soros Agenda. We're just scratching the surface, Rachel, but sadly we got to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
It is 7:15, WMAL traffic and weather every time.